Hello and good day, Welcome to the Super Good Camping Podcast. My name is Pamela.
I'm Tim.
And we are from supergoodcamping.com. We are here because we're on a mission to inspire other people to get outside and enjoy outdoor adventures such as we have as a family. Today we have a couple of different topics to get into, ones that are near and dear to our hearts. So I'll turn it over to Tim for the first one.
Sure. Okay, so there's I'll put a link in the description, but there's a survey out. The government's looking at making PFDs and life jackets mandatory in some form or another. They've done a bunch of research. Actually, they did a bunch of research in the olden days. And then they started again in 2018. And they now have a discussion forum and a survey that they would like people to weigh in on. I know there are two camps, at least, of people that are vocally against being forced to wear PFDs, and then there's me. I firmly believe in it. My own personal opinion is again, back in the olden days, those big bulky things. Excuse me. Those big bulky things, yeah, they're a pain in the butt and they're hard, especially if you're what do you call it, human-powered watercraft. The paddling is tough around those great big things. The new ones, the ones that we have out today, it barely even, I can't say that I notice I have it on. I put it on out of habit because it's what I do. I get extra pockets. I don't, and if I'm a goof or we come around a corner and get a big swell or who knows, and you get chucked out of the canoe, I don't have to be a good swimmer. That's all. I'm going to give you some stats from some of the research that they did, and then I'll let you weigh in at the survey. So the most recent stats are in Canada, anyhow, 111 recreational boating deaths each year. The leading cause, no PFD or life jacket. 89% of the fatalities are because they weren't wearing a life jacket. So yeah, they started the new round of research in 2018, and less than 50% of people report wearing a PFD. I think it was something like observationally, the number of people they saw wearing life jackets was more like 34%, something like that. Kayakers, human-powered craft kayakers were the largest, were the best at wearing them, or wore them the most at 78%. Canoers, on the other hand, are at the bottom of the pile. We're at 41%, which I'm unhappy about that. The majority of fatalities weren't wearing a PFD, and most fatalities were adults. Most of the time, they're willing to put PFDs on their kids, but not wear them themselves. And there was another statistic. I wish I'd written it down. Go read all the info. It was something crazy like 65% of people were more likely to wear a PFD if whoever was piloting the boat was wearing a PFD. I thought that was interesting.
Peer pressure.
That's that's peer pressure in a good way.
You can be an influencer.
Influencer, that's it. There you go. That makes it sound so much better. Number one, fatalities, powerboats. Number two, canoes. Capsizing or falling or being thrown overboard are the three biggest leading causes, or what led to people drowning for all intents and purposes. So what they're looking to do is after they've developed their criteria from the research, they came up with three categories to try to break it down. One was age requirements. So be like, here in Ontario, we have a mandatory bike helmet law, and it's 18 and under. I think you have to wear a bike helmet. I have some statistics for that too, just because we're going to compare, and it won't be apples and apples, but I think it kind of is apple and oranges. So age requirements, vessel length, and vessel type. And if you want to participate in the survey or the discussion forum, again, the link will be in the description. It's unfortunately we only have a short window left because I only just heard about this. It's up until November 4th, 2024, and probably I would assume for more information, if you wanted Paddling Adventure Radio. Sean and Derek, Paddling Adventure Radio. It's another podcast. They're awesome. They have so much experience, so much knowledge. I know that they've dived into it. I didn't listen to that episode yet, just to make sure that I didn't have a colored opinion, or at least, yeah, I didn't have a colored opinion. Go check those guys out. They're awesome. So the apples and oranges. The Ontario bike helmet law is 18 and under. Mandatory. You have to wear a bike helmet, and so here's kind of where my thinking goes. The number of bicycle related deaths in 16 years old and under decreased 52% after the law came into place. That was from a 2008 study, but 52%, man.
So where can people go for the survey again?
I'm not going to even try to do the link. Go check the description box. It's a very long.
So the link will be in the description.
The link will be in the description. Yeah, that's it for me. Where a PFD? I mean, what?
So my personal thing that I'm interested in. So I mentioned this before, I think briefly, but I'll mention it again just because I'll go into a little more detail, I think, than I did last time. It's about exchanging screen time for green time. So rather than spending a lot of time watching YouTube, let's get outside, go and spend some time in the green. There is lots of evidence that doing that is good for your mental health, and your physical health. And there's some of the statistics around that is it's 90% of people are happier when they are outside. It decreases your risk of heart disease, and also high blood pressure and diabetes. Improves your memory and your creativity. It helps to decrease inflammation and stress. Seniors who live near green spaces live longer. And youth who live near green spaces are more resilient, less anxious and depressed. Their test scores are better. And people who take a 20-minute walk in a park have better concentration, even people with ADHD. And people who live on tree-lined streets have less asthma. So all of it seems to point towards being near green space or spending time in green spaces is good for our overall health. And as a prescriber, so anyone who is a regulated health professional in Canada can apply to be a park prescriber, which is meaning that I can write a prescription for someone to spend more time in nature. The recommendation is that people spend at least 2 hours a week in 20 to 30-minute sessions. That's the window where cortisol levels start to decrease. And you can go to parkprescriptions.ca, and on there you can indicate that you are a health professional and then register to become a prescriber. As a prescriber, I can prescribe once per month. I can prescribe for people a Canada Parks pass, a discovery pass that gets them into any of Parks Canada properties as a day pass and for 1 full year. So if you happen to live somewhere near, like here in Toronto, the Rouge National Park is somewhere where people, if you live somewhere around that area and you really want access to that, you can have access for free. Once a month I can prescribe that for somebody, but also I can prescribe nature for everybody that I see. And for those people, they, in addition to just the benefits of health benefits, they also get benefits like being able to get access to the Canadian Museum of Nature in Ottawa. The Toronto Zoo offers 50% off admission. The Toronto Region Conservation Authority is 20% off membership with them. And being in nature is considered to be the fourth pillar of health, together with diet, exercise, and sleep. So I know I'm preaching to the choir, but then if I preach to the choir, maybe the choir will then go and sing to the masses and spread the word. So try to get the word around to everybody that being out in nature is good for us. It's also good for the planet, because the more connected we are to nature, the more we feel inclined to want to protect it and take care of the planet. And so please do feel free to go to parkprescriptions.ca. If you're not a health professional yourself, maybe encourage your health professional to register with them. The way it works is that if you come in and report to me you're feeling anxious and depressed, I can say, okay, I can prescribe for you this Canada Parks Pass, and you can get out in nature as often as you choose over the course of the year. And for everybody, I can prescribe this 2 hours per week, 20 to 30 minute sessions. You then go there as the patient and register that, and that's where you can get the benefits from the park prescription. So anyway, if you know someone who is a health professional and you'd like them to get involved, please encourage them to. And then if you get your health professional involved, then they can prescribe it for you, and then you can reap all the benefits. And that's it for my portion of the show.
All right. That sounds cool.
So that's it for us for today. And if you would like to reach out to us, if you have questions about anything that we talked about, or you have a different topic you'd like us to talk about, please do reach out to us. We are at hi@supergoodcamping.com. That's hi@supergoodcamping.com. And we are on all the social media. We are on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and we have a YouTube channel, and we would love it if you subscribed there. If you would like to support the show, on our website, there's also various ways that you can support the show, including buying some Super Good Camping merchandise. And that's it for us. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.